Triple A family. Make sure the mic is plugged in. Should be good. Yeah, we're good. Triple A family. Good morning. Good morning. Just leaving my training session. I wasn't training today. I was being trained, coach today, which was awesome. Be back in that mode, learning new things about my body, pushing myself. Good morning, everybody. Appreciate y'all for coming in with the likes, man. Appreciate y'all for tapping in. I see y'all locking in on the content on TikTok too. Thank y'all for that. Now, if we can get everybody integrated to YouTube, we'll really be doing something. I'm walking the big hill home, y'all, for cardio. Like each street is a different elevation incline. So I'm walking the big incline today. How y'all doing this morning? Good morning. Good morning. Want to come on and make some hot predictions for this year's freshman class and their impact on this season. I think we're going to see a lot of freshmen get some opportunities. Limited, not necessarily limited as far as just throwing them out there to throw them out there, but we're going to see them get like design plays. You know, you're going to see them get like design sets defensively. You're going to see guys like Jira Edwards and Jordan Edmonds playing in key moments, right, for one or two snaps on a drive so that your pass rush can get home and you can have that man lock system in the back end intact. Ooh, y'all, I'm tired. We worked today, man. I ain't gonna lie. Y'all gonna see the videos when I post it. We worked today. I feel like I got something close to my eye. But yeah, y'all, those are a few names. But let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's get into the conversation. So I want to start on the offensive side. And hopefully this being close to my neck is too crazy for y'all. Appreciate y'all for tapping in. On the offensive side, of course, freshman running back EJ Crowell. I honestly think he'll end up being RB1B by like Georgia week, right after Georgia week. He's gonna do something special. And his numbers may not be like 1,000 yard rusher type season, but he'll be like a 600-700 yard back this season, getting like second and third man type carries. Um, just because of his explosiveness, he could change the directions, how he get out his cuts, the power he run with him, and and Trayshawn, both of them. But I think EJ is more ready. Like right now, he is definitely more ready. And then in the wide receiver room, again, Sedarian Morgan, you got him on campus, but you got Aubrey Walker coming in, and I think Aubrey Walker, because of his speed, because of his tenacity to be able to catch in between the hashes in the middle of the field, able to stretch teams vertically. It's gonna be hard not to play him and Lashia Brooks at the same time when you're looking for those runners to get out there and mix some things up in coverage. So it's gonna be a pretty interesting offensive season for these freshmen. Sedarian Moore, Lashia Brooks, not Lashia Brooks, Aubrey Walker, and then who else, man? Offensively, I think that's all you're gonna really see offensively. Those three are the main names. You won't see any much from the freshman tight end Mac unless some crazy injuries because not Josh Ford, Caleb Edwards, Marshall Pritchett, Josh Ford, Danny Lewis is still there. You got a lot of veteran presence in that tight end room. Tight end Jay Lindsey. It's going to be interesting to see how the play calling is going to be with all those tight ends, type of rotation you're trying to set up. All of that stuff is going to be interesting to see, man, as this season begins to unfold and we start seeing things transpire. So that's the offensive side. Defensively, let's talk about the defensive side. There's a lot of names I want to highlight on the defensive side. Starting on the D line, man, let's talk about freshman uh, Kamari Johnson. Kamari Johnson and Jamarian Matthews, both of those guys, I think they both going to find their way into the defensive line rotation. Being that it's so much depth there, and the way the season is going to go with the conference schedule, 9 games, um, I think you're going to see a heavy dose of defensive line rotation. And starting with Kamari Johnson, and then also, like I said, him and Jamarian Matthews on that D line. I think we're going to see real early time. Corey Howard is another freshman that I think is going to see some good time on that D line. And then you still got Nolan Wilson coming in, who is a very highly calling right now. We'll turn that off. But yeah, Nolan Wilson, Kamari Johnson, Corey Howard. They can start there, and then you get up to the next levels, man. Xavier Griffin, Zay Hall, both of those guys, man. They won't start. Those two won't start. That linebacker room, the rotation is pretty tight, kind of like quarterback. But when they do get opportunities, Zay Griffin to me is probably the quietest, most valuable asset in that class. He won't start this year, but I guarantee you he'll pop towards the end of the season and coming into next season. They're going to find a way to work around him, right? As far as the rotation, they're going to find a way to work around him. I think him and Abdul Sanders Jr. will be kind of like the mainstays of the linebacker room and the archetype that you want to see for this defensive scheme, the way that Warren runs it. So that's going to be that. Zay Zay Hall, I think, end up going coming off the edge. More so a Sam. He's a more so of a Sam, not a Mike. But I think he'll end up being able to come off the edge as he continues to fill out his frame. But Griffin, man, he's literally the prototypical Mike linebacker you want. Can cover, can fill gaps on the run fits. The lateral speed is there. You can put him in man. He's spy. He can blitz. Full package. Paint the fence. Fill the water cooler and walk the dog. And he can pass. But nah, that's that second level. Then of course in the secondary, I think that's where Alabama really has been crushing it. Shout out to Coach Moan, Coach Jones, Coach. I mean not Coach, but Courtney Morgan. They get out in this recruiting trail, man. The secondary, they go and do crazy work. They've been doing some work in the portal too. That's what's really been making the secondary look good. You got young talent coming in that's day one ready, and we got to rotate. You got veteran guys that's hungry, they need it. So very interesting this season, how things are going to pop off with those freshmen. But in that secondary, I like we all know Gyra Edwards is probably going to end up being a starter. And when I say starter, that means whoever that slot corner is, that rover, probably red, that position, they're going to be basically starting with Gyra. And then you'll see a solid rotation of Chuck McDonald and all those guys. Man, the secondary is deep. Um, Even Zion Gibson looked good in the spring. You could tell he got a lot to learn, but he looked good. But I think I know Gyra will get his opportunities early, and he's going to play a lot. Defensively, he's going to play a lot. He'll play a starter like snaps, because he's ready. I told y'all that when we were recruiting him. I saw that early on when I used to watch him on the YouTube series. But Gyra Edwards, and I think I don't see Jordan Edmonds getting him as much, right? Because of what you have out there on the boundary with when you went and got Carmelo O'Neal and Nick Sherman and all those guys. You brought back Dijon, you got ZB back, you got Chuck back, you got Red back in that cornerback room. You got a lot of DBs in there. So those freshmen this year in the cornerback room probably won't get that many opportunities unless, like you said, we never know, man. We never wish them back, but injuries happen, and that's why you're going to recruit quality talent like that, so you can have that next man up situation and don't see a production drop off. So I'll catch up with y'all a little bit later, man. We'll dive into this tonight when we go live. Got a lot of work to do today, and I can't wait to have these conversations with y'all. So when you see me in the streets, holler at me. Say, put me in the game, Coach Smook. Catch y'all on the next one, man. Y'all be blessed.